In my English blog have are divided in 5 parts. In the first part, I mention about me, my person. I talk about myself, my taste, and my family. In the other parts, I talk about the listening, the reading and speaking, writing, and finally, I mention the grammar. And each of one have the week that I learn or check this topic. In the part about my person, I mention my family. I mention the members, who is conformed, and the way of begin and how do I get with my family. And in the other part, I mentioned my favorite activities, in especially the soccer. I love to I love the soccer. It's my favorite activities because the soccer is a sport that teach me constancy, work in teams, and work hard. I mentioned one of my special talents that is photographic memory to historical events. I mentioned when I start to learn English. In this case, is in my high school, Plantel Azteca, when I had 12 years. And I mentioned the importance to learn English because it's a field to work in a good develop and to get one of my dreams in Apple. Mention each part of my blog. In this case, I need to mention the listening. In this part, we need to complete as the letter of the song and with the theme, the past with used to. In the other part, the reading and the speaking week 5 and 6. In the reading, we have a text about the risky jobs and some adverbs of frequency. In this part, I learn about some adverbs of frequency and some risky jobs. And we have the other part about my perfect job. In this part, we have to do an activity talk with perfect job with a vocabulary establishment. In the other part, the reading in the week 4 and 12, we learn something about how write an email. For example, how starting and the body and how ending in combination with present and present continuous. The other part, the writing, we have to do a history about vacation in combination with past and past progress with the short and longer actions. In the part of the grammar, we have to do more more parts. For example, in this part, I practice about the structure. For example, the past of the future with past continuous or going to. The going to is with you have to involve the plans, the modals, the past can have must for this permission or no permission on the verb plus ing or infinitive, make, might, and will. My experience in this course are so good because I learned something about the correct use of the expression, for example, past, present, future, the modals, and the verbs. And in the same time, I learned vocabulary, something about, for example, the family, the food, travel, and transport. And the activities that I most like was the speaking in pairs with about different topics. That is the activity that I like most. We have to learn or pray and practice this the English.